I got it for
Okay,
you.
we're good.
No
You got it.
worries.
All right, sweet man. Okay. So yeah, basically, it's just a lot harder to book calls than it was before, like in organics especially, because we're getting action blocked like on every single platform. So it was really easy for me when before I know what to do, fix call booking per hour, fix more platforms or whatever it is. And now we're just getting blocked on all these channels. So if ads are not performing, then we're like screwed basically. So I'm trying to figure out how to get the call bookings up because everything else is fine. Our resign, like our client satisfaction's fine. Our resigns are good. Back end's really good. Closing's fine. Show up rate's fine. All that stuff's fine.
Yep.
But the lead volume is probably like a third of what it was when I was in LCA. Like it's way down.
Yep. 100%. Real quick, I'm just writing some notes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not alone in experiencing this. I feel like a lot of the platforms are coming out with like all these new rules and regulations, and next thing
Yeah.
you know, you can't send messages. Literally, we're experiencing the same thing. Both of our accounts got shut down temporarily because we were sending mini courses, and in the mini course it said checkout, and now
Yeah.
there's a new rule that you can't send checkout links in the
Yeah.
DM. So yeah, we've
Yeah.
been we've been battling through some of the same stuff, and I'll go through what we're working on to negate some of that challenge there. So
Yeah.
I wrote down four things. Number one is we have a new organic content strategy that we're following. So we're actually posting like 80 times a week now. Now I'm not doing that. I have somebody who helps me do that. But I do create the content, but it only takes me like 2 to 4 hours a week. So it's super simple. Basically, actually, let me ask, do you feel like you're better at writing, or do you feel like you're better at video and voice?
Writing.
Really? I would have figured video and voice.
I mean, I can do that too. I think I'm better at writing, but yeah,
All right, well, let's start here. Would you rather write like long form emails, or would you rather record like a podcast and a YouTube video?
probably a podcast, YouTube.
Okay, cool. So basically, this is what I'm doing. So I got my podcast. All right. So I do 2 episodes a week. All my episodes are really short. They're like 20 to 30 minutes. And
Yeah.
the YouTube is basically just the video version. So I'll sit in front of this computer. I'll pop on
Yeah.
Zoom. I actually use Riverside now as the software I use, but I'll record my video. And when I'm prepping the video, I will write down 5 to 7 main points that I want to make throughout the podcast. Those 5 to 7 points get chopped up and clipped up as reels. So if I do 2 podcasts a week and I have 5 to 7 points, that means I'm getting 10 to 14 reels just from those 2 podcasts. And then in addition to that, I'll create 7 reels on Sunday for our social media person. So now she has 21 reels for the week. She'll post those on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, anywhere where you could post like a reel format. But all I had to do was record those 2 podcasts and record 7 reels. So it took me about 2 to 4 hours a week, but then she redistributes all that content. The reason that's worked for us, and we have data to back that, is the total sum of our accounts is growing at about 3% a month now. So if you add up all the social media platforms that we're posting on, we're growing at about 3% month over month, which industry standard is about 1 to 3%. So we're on the high end there. But the cool part is our engagement rate is 30%, and average engagement rate is 10%, industry average. So we're actually 3 times higher than industry average in terms of engagement rate. Engagement rate is just the percentage of people who like your content relative to your following. And then the other data that I had that I wanted to share on this strategy was for ads. So what we noticed is since we did this and we started this in May, our ad bookings have gone up 8%, and then our ad closes have gone up 23%. And we really haven't done too much dramatically different with our ad process other than just, however many Xing our organic content. So that's helped
Yeah.
tremendously. Do you have a VA on staff?
Yeah, but she doesn't really do much other. She just posts stuff on her social media stuff. She doesn't do a lot else.
Okay. She doesn't have a desire to do like move into that kind of marketing side of things, or not really?
She might be able to. It's like a foreign VA, so I'm not sure her skills are there. But
Yeah, because that's how our person started. I mean, she was a rock star VA and she's been with us for years, but she always said like, "Hey, I want to get more into the marketing side." So I gave her this opportunity, and she's really running with it, which is great. I have the whole process detailed out, so I can send that over to you. I just
okay,
got to rip it out of the course, but I can send that to you.
okay, I appreciate it, man. So I just need to find someone that could chop it up and post, basically.
Yeah, there's a couple of softwares that make it really easy. So the one that we use is Video AI,
Yeah, I got
VIDYO.ai.
I got
Yeah,
that one. Yeah.
that one makes it super easy. To make it more, and this is a recent software that we've been using, but to make it more sexy and Hermosi looking, we use a software called CapCut Pro, and that's where you can like put the GIFs on it and like make it look all cool and fancy. Um,
Mhm.
that's really it. And then if you do like the writing piece, you can use speech to text AI, and that will transcribe your podcast for you. And then you could take the segments of your podcast, put it into Chat GPT, and you can ask it to write emails. You can ask it to make tweets, and then you could repurpose those for your email content as well.
Mhm.
And Threads or Twitter if you use that. We use Threads now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say that's the first thing. That should help. It should help the ads, but it should also help the organic side of things. Are you seeing restriction on IG or mostly on Facebook or what?
Facebook.
Okay, cool. Do you guys use IG or not really?
Yeah. So we use IG. We had 4 platforms, but then my main coach is like going part time and her roster's full, so we're not like DMing on her page anymore. And then the other one doesn't like want us to DM on her page because she's whatever, she doesn't want us following people and doing that. So we only have one. We have my page, and then we have like our business page, which I could make like other pages of mine, I guess. But we had more channels, and then Facebook's definitely better for us when we can book calls, like to book them. But we get blocked like after like 5 messages. Like it's nuts.
Yeah, yeah. Facebook is even stricter than Instagram. So if you guys can make the pivot or at least force the pivot to Instagram, I think that would be helpful. I think that does start with how much you're putting out organically, though. So I do think that that would
Yeah.
help.
Should I just make more channels to go on of like my own person, like just me, and post on different accounts, or how do I like? Because I just like have my one DMer not doing anything right now. Like I have two, and the other one's just like I basically told her like there's nothing for you to do right now because there's no channels for her to message on.
Yeah, for Instagram, we have for the longest time we've had two. We just added a third, but I think you can get by with two and then just running the ad traffic on two. So we have one for my personal. So I run ads on the Fit CEO account, and then we run ads on the NLCA IG.
Yeah.
I would start there. I wouldn't, because if you, I don't know how much you're spending on ads right now, but if you spread it out, it's not gonna drive the same result.
So I just meant like for organic outreach. Just well, we can talk about
Oh,
that. Like, I'm not trying to get off in the weeds in this, but
no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, backtracking there. If you're not spending money ads wise on Instagram, I would start for sure, especially if you're going to start posting more on Instagram.
yeah. All right.
And I would probably do those two accounts, your business account and your personal account. And then I'm assuming the other place that you spend ad money is on Facebook. Is that right?
We just turned Facebook off last week, and we went to IG um because I'm getting like there I get so many gay guys that it's like absurd. Like they're not interested in fitness at all. Like they send me dick pics and like
Great.
weird shit. Like not at all interested in fitness. Like
On Facebook?
yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nuts.
Instagram is a more mature platform. I feel like Facebook is just a bunch of fucking weirdos. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would do it on Instagram, and I would just split how I don't know how much you're spending, but I would just split it 50-50, see what platform does better, and then move more of the ad spend to that platform. In terms of the organic posting, to answer that question now, um, I would just double the efforts on both of those Instagram accounts. And then is there any other places that your DMers use? Like, do you have a TikTok or a LinkedIn or anything like that?
I have both those. I don't really post on them that much.
Okay,
But
cool. I think you can get started. And then those could become platforms for you guys on TikTok and on LinkedIn. Now, the cool thing,
outreach on. Okay.
what'd you say?
Sorry, keep going, boss.
I was just going to say the cool thing is you don't have to like create specific content for those platforms because you're just going to repurpose the podcast clips and the other reels. The one thing you could do on LinkedIn is, you could do some written posts there, but I told you you could transcribe your podcast and do that. So that will be super simple. And then are you guys giving up on Facebook altogether? Like there's not going to be any outreach on there?
She does it on my page itself. We get some bookings from there, but it's really cracked down. I mean, we can't really do a lot.
Yeah. Okay. It might be worth just to throw a few posts on there too. So organically, you
Yeah.
could do Instagram 1, Instagram 2, TikTok, LinkedIn, and then that Facebook. So I would start with those 5 platforms.
Okay.
So 5 times 2 is 10, 10 a day times 7. So that would be 70 posts a week. 2 a day, 2 a day on each of those platforms.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you have a podcast and a YouTube?
No, I have YouTube just for like unlisted videos and stuff.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you would do 2 podcasts a week. Do you know how to create a podcast? I don't want to spend too much time talking about that, but just curious.
No, I can figure it out.
Cool. Yeah, that's an easy one. All right, so that was the first strategy that I wrote down. The next one, and admittedly, we haven't done this one a ton, but the times that we have done it, it has worked, and this is going to be a part of our strategy moving forward. Here, I'm going to share my screen with you if that's okay.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. And then I don't yet have a module in Master Coach for this one, so I can't provide you with additional info, but I can give you this visual, and I will have a module for this one in the next version of Master Coach. Okay, so let me zoom this out a little more. All right, so this is going to be your virtual event funnel. All right, so basically what your virtual event funnel is you're going to drive your organic audience and your ad audience to a virtual event. You could do a virtual event once a month, once a quarter. It really depends on how much you want to use this strategy, but it sounds like you need to book calls. So let's just start with once a month. All right. Now you want the virtual event to solve a particular problem that this person has, right? So it could be either a training where it's like webinar style, like where you share your screen, you go through a training, you teach them. That's an option. Or you can make it more interactive. Like you could do a live workout, like at home workout where people come on and you kind of lead a class, so to speak. If that's not really your thing and your students are more into like the nutrition side, you can even do like cooking a meal together or like bringing them into the kitchen and make it more interactive that way. You know your audience, you're a good business owner, so I'm sure you'll be able to figure out something that lands. All right, this is the lead generation portion part though. So what you're going to do is you'll create a Calendly event. All right, on that Calendly event, you're going to automate 3 different things. All right, so that's if you see this line here, this line here, this line here. These are the 3 different things that you'll automate, and I'll zoom in so you can see this better. All right, so when people fill in their name, email, and phone number on the actual schedule page on Calendly, what you'll do is there's integrations on Calendly. What do you use as your email provider? Is it ActiveCampaign?
We use Go High Level.
Go
I
High
don't know
Level.
if that's
Perfect. All right. So see if Calendly has an integration with Go High Level. If it doesn't, you'll have to use Zapier to connect the two. But what you'll do is when people on Calendly submit their name, email, and phone number, it'll trigger into a 5-day email sequence. On that 5-day email sequence, the goal is to obviously get them to book for a call. I can send you some copy examples of that too. And then if they don't book for a call, somewhere in that email sequence, you'll either funnel them to your Facebook group, or we've actually been using WhatsApp groups lately. So you can funnel them to your WhatsApp group, nurture them in there, and book a call. So that's one potential way that you could book a call from this funnel. All right, the second thing that you'll do is the name, email, and phone number. Once they plug it into the Calendly or whatever you're using for the software, that will get Zapiered over to a Google Sheet. So now you'll have all the list of the people who are going to attend your virtual event. After the virtual event, you'll have your DMers, reach out, text them, ask them how they enjoyed the event. And then that leads more into like, goals, challenges, and book them for a call. If they deny, obviously you can funnel them to your nurture channel. So that's the second way that you could book a call with this strategy. All right, the last one, do you have a VSL or a landing page or a sales page?
Yeah, on high level we do.
Oh yeah, you have a VSL, you made one, a video sales letter?
Yeah, we have one. Yeah, we do.
Nice, that's awesome.
We don't use it, but yeah, it's on there.
All right, perfect, great. Is there an application on your VSL page?
I think so. Yeah, we were gonna run ads to it, and then we didn't end up doing it, but yeah, I think so.
Yeah, send that to me. I would like to check it out. All right, so the third way that you could book leads is on Calendly. When they enter in their information, you could redirect them. So once they complete the application, or once they complete scheduling the event, it can automatically redirect them to your VSL page, which then they'll be able to watch your VSL. If they want, they can apply. And then on our VSL page, about 60 seconds in, a pop-up comes up that invites them to our WhatsApp group, and then that's just another way to funnel them into your system. Okay, so that's the virtual events play. I think that could be a really good one for you. And once again, you would run an ad to where they could book for your virtual event, and then also you would send this to your organic audience as well. I would start doing this once a month.
Okay.
Questions on that one?
What's like a normal, I don't know if you know the answer to this, but like a cost per person attending from ad spend or something like that?
I don't know, because anytime I've done this, it's been organic. Email list, WhatsApp group, Facebook group. But usually we get anywhere from like 80 to 100 people to attend. And usually we can convert about 10 to 20% on a call. And then at that point, it's just up to the sales reps to close them. So it has worked. We've done them. We just haven't had a huge need to do them because, like you've experienced, the ad platforms didn't really give us an issue. But this is a play that we're running more, and we're going to teach the students to run more as well.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So that's an option. So that's the second thing. The next one would be the VSL. So I do recommend running that as an ad. But when you send that to me, I'm sure I'll have some edits for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have one. I'm almost positive. I think it's like not completed, but it's like a template that the guy was building.
Who's your media buyer right now?
His name's Robert Eaton.
Robert Eaton. How do you like him? Good?
He's a good guy. He's very attentive and things. But like I've had him for 3 months since I left Kai, and we crushed the first couple, and then we just got all the gay dudes, and it's been not good since.
Yeah. We went back to Ronnie. Ronnie owns his own business now. He left Peter. Honestly, Ronnie's been great for us. Much different than Peter experience. Okay, so the VSL play is very similar. You're going to run an ad to your VSL. Now, the big thing with the VSL, where a lot of people make a mistake, is they think that their VSL is just talking about their program, which there's parts of the VSL that 110% you could talk about your program. But really, you want it to be centered around some sort of training or value that they're going to get, right? So ours is how to scale to $10,000 a month, right? So that's something that our clients are interested in. So you'd have to figure out what yours is and make it a training centered around that. I can also send you a script for that too. What did I say? I was going to send you an email sequence. And then I said I was going to send you the VSL script. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm writing all this down. All right. So yeah, ad just hits on, are you this person that struggles with this thing? I created this 10 to 15 minute training, click below. It could be as simple as that. All right. So on your VSL, there's going to be 2 pages. You have an opt-in page, and then you have the page that your VSL lives on. So the opt-in page, the only goal is to collect the name, the email, and the phone number. It's a very simple page. It's not really it's literally just that. I can send you some examples of that too. All right, so once you collect that information from the opt-in page, the same three things happen. It triggers your 5-day email sequence, which can book a call. Zapier's all their info to a Google sheet, to which then your DMers can call them or text them. And then on the right-hand side here, after they opt in, they actually go to the VSL page. They can watch your VSL and they can apply as well. So that's the VSL play. Questions on that one?
Nope.
Cool. All right, I honestly would start there. The last one I was going to show you is the paid funnels play. That one's pretty complex. So I would say this is a good starting point. But basically,
Okay.
one thing that we've been doing that has been working for us is, instead of doing only free resources, we now have like a $47 mini course, and then like a few other like paid things. You get more or less lead volume, but you get better quality lead, which has been really helpful. I can show you that later on. But I think you should start with these two funnels, and then the organic content, I think, is a great place for you to start.
Okay. Yes. All right. How much ad budget would you allocate towards like running ad to virtual event and VSL versus like normal top of funnel, like to DM ads?
Good question. How much are you spending on ads?
Like $2,500. It's down now a little bit, but like we turned out. So this is in the last 2 weeks. We turned ads off. And we've just been doing like IG boosted posts, and he just launched like new normal IG ads today.
Yeah.
But it's usually around $2,500.
Okay. So you're running like engagement campaigns right now. Do you know how many people you have on your email list?
No, not really, I guess. I have like 2,000 people in high level, I think, something like that.
Okay. What about your Facebook group?
Like 2,300.
Nice. And then across all your social media platforms, including your ACs?
Like 10,000. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
15.
Okay, cool. Nice. All right, cool. So you're anywhere between like 15 to 20K people in your warm audience. Maybe for your first virtual event, you don't run an ad, you just run it organically, post it on all the platforms. This way you can test and see a few things. One, did the topic work? And then you can iron out some of the kinks on the funnel side. And then if it works organically, then we can start putting some money behind it. I would just put a small percentage of the budget and keep majority towards the thing that's working well. So maybe 80-20, an 80-20 split.
Okay. Got you. All right. Makes sense. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Any other challenges? Did you find that helpful?
Yeah. Yeah. It's harder than just increasing the ad spend and closing deals.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough time for the industry, man. I mean, there's even a lot of my close friends, like, they're pulling back on their businesses. My wife had a pretty big fitness business. She closed her down, and now she's doing something different. So, I mean, the industry's being hit hard. Obviously, you want to call it a recession or whatever. The positive of that, though, is for people like you and I, if we push through, we're going to see a lot more market share on the other side, because so many people come off. So just keep your head down, keep grinding, try different things, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Sweet, man. I appreciate it. Do you want to see that sheet real quick, or do you care about the other numbers? Okay.
Unless, yeah, you could share your screen. The big thing was the big challenge was bookings, right? Did you have anything else that you felt like was not good?
No, well, my labor margin is a lot higher than what you have on there, but other than that, so our ad spend is there. We have a shitload of availability. I had 2 closers, but now I have 1, and now I'm probably just gonna take it. See, this was always over 100 calls, and now it's just fucking tanking. And now, like, this month, we booked like 15 calls. Like, it's fucking, like, right now we booked like 15.
Is that because accounts are down, or do you have like less DMer hours, or just accounts being down?
Well, the accounts are down, so I took the DMer off because she doesn't have anything to do, and then the like they've been not good. So
The ads, they're just engagement ads now, right? They're not funneling through ManyChat.
no, yeah, they're not now. But this is just like in the last couple weeks. So our ads are this is our contracted from ads the last 3 months. Like
Mhm.
it just tanked last month.
Yeah.
Um,
August is a bad month for fitness.
yeah.
Uh, that's like last vacations and stuff before school. Here, let's go back to the top. I want to keep going through everything.
Okay.
So 2,500, 3 slots open per day. Okay, bookings 60s. Unusual, unsure of actual stat here. Okay, that's fine. Top of funnel. Cool. Okay. Oh, you have SMS list too?
I did. So we have in high level. It was texting and emailing all of them, but it wasn't doing anything, and I was spending money on it. I was like, this is fucking stupid. But maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe I didn't give enough time.
Yeah, email marketing is a long-term play for sure.
Yeah.
You just want to build, if you have a large list, it could be really valuable. Booked ratio, ads organic. Okay. Calls shown. Okay. I want to see the shown, so let me look at that. All right, so the shown.
Oh shit, that's not right. What the? Oh, I see. Never mind. You're seeing this is not show rate. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, so kind of like 50%. Is that what you're seeing for show rate?
Yeah. Yeah. It's. No. This is like I must have messed this up. This is like the split of ads to organic bookings. I must have had that in the
Oh, I
wrong
see.
column. No,
Okay.
this is the show rate. Show rate's about 70.
Yeah. All right. We're good on show. Offers. Okay. It's kind of low. The offer percentage, 74%.
Yeah. That's so I always pitch. That's my closer. I'm getting rid of him, but the ones that I don't pitch is because of the time. Like I knew they weren't gonna close. There wasn't an urgency, so I booked it out a little ways. But otherwise I addressed it with him. So he wouldn't pitch if he didn't think he was gonna close, basically. So
Yeah. That's scummy because they're trying to inflate their close rate.
yeah.
Uh, okay, cool. Close rate. Damn, close rate's really high. Um,
Dude, I close them, man. I'm like 6 for 6 this month. If they get on, I'll close them.
yeah. How do you feel about your price points? Because that's a really high close rate.
Well,
Uh,
so I've been in the last 2 months, I've just been pitching this 6 month. I always pitched 12 before. Now I just pitch six because we use a firm and they can piff up front. Or firm. I'm sure you do.
yeah,
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 I'll get them to piff and they don't even have to make a payment for a month because I'm trying to get the cash collected higher because our cancellations are higher for sure than they were. I mean, our churn's okay, but it's definitely higher than it was. So, um,
yeah,
anyways,
yeah. I like that. Do you have any guarantees or bonuses?
yeah, we have a 12 week back results guarantee if they don't see results.
If you're trying to get upfront cash collected up, another good one is to do a pay in full guarantee. So if people pay in full, they get an even better guarantee. So it kind of incentivizes them to pay in full.
Okay. Guarantee. Got you. Okay. Roster spots are fine. They look low, but that's because we're not signing on. We're churning. Like we have a lot of people up for re-sign and we're not signing on. So I'm not bringing another coach on until we get the lead volume because I'm not going to be able to fill their roster. So I just took on a bunch of the clients that have come on recently. I didn't have any and now I have like 25 or something right now.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't seen any issues other than volume at the top of the funnel. So everything
Yeah.
else percentage wise looks good. Contracted return on ad spend. Even a 3x isn't terrible there. Upfront cash. I mean, man, that went way up. That must have been when you started a firm, right? In August.
Yeah. Also this month sucked like from contracted too. Like we only had this much contracted. So
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's
yeah.
fair. Okay, top of line. Da, da, da. Yeah, how's retention? How's resign rate?
That's good. Like way better than we do back end resign calls. Like I get on the resign call and I fucking close them. It's way better
Nice.
than I used to do it.
Do you have an upsell program or an ascension program?
No, I listened to your podcast on that a while back. I was like, oh, that sounds like all the fucking work, but I should have done it.
Yeah, it could definitely help, especially if your resigns are good. If you have like a next phase for them, that could definitely, because usually you could charge more for that. Usually they're longer term and more money.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
maybe if you're not selling that 12-month, maybe you just offer a 3 and a 6 on the front end, and then you have a 12-month offer on the back end. And maybe that's centered around sustainability or something. I don't know. You can figure that part out.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
All right, net operating profit 57, 46, 55. Yeah, that's good. 53%. I'm good with that.
This came up because I took on a bunch of clients recently, but otherwise it's right around there.
Yeah, all those are I'm fine with. Yeah, I mean that percentage is just relative to the expenses. So it just tells me that most of your expenses are on labor, which is fine. And that for these
Oh, okay.
businesses, yeah, for these businesses, really it's marketing and labor are the only two things you spend money on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So this isn't an issue or anything.
no, not an issue at all.
Oh,
To
okay.
to be expected, especially if you're not
Okay.
spending a ton on marketing. Yeah, the margins are fine, man. I don't have any issues with these margins. Yeah, I think the only thing you got is you need more leads. You need more people to talk to. I would start ads
Yeah.
again, 100%. I would do the organic play, and then I would do the VSL and the virtual events.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Got it. Yeah. What do you think, Les? I'm running over your time, but like with my content's very like niche. It's
Nerd.
like very like yeah, it's like because my when I started with that media buyer, he's like, you gotta fucking get on this because he manages like two accounts that do like 500K a month and they're like fucking ultra niche. So I have trouble like making content around like when it's so niche down. I don't have trouble making the content, but like I feel like it'd be harder to do a podcast if I'm not talking about generic stuff.
What do these nurses struggle with? Time, I would imagine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure I could. Never mind, I can figure it out. That'd be fine. I can.
So I do one, no, it's a good question. I do one episode as an interview, and I'll mix it up. I'll either do an interview where I talk about their results and we talk about their journey, or I'll treat it like a coaching call and I'll say, come with 3 questions prepared, and we're just going to hit
Yeah.
record. So that's an option.
Okay.
And then the second podcast I do a week is usually just a one-off on a topic that I want to talk about. Question for you. In terms of branding, when people come to your page, are they leaving like, is it comedy that you're trying? Are they leaving like happy, like they laughed, or is it like education and serious? What's kind of the vibe you're trying to give off?
I try to make some funny shit because I'm not a funny guy, but he's like, that's what you got to do to have it blow up. So I try to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know because he had me like pick out people that compete in my like niche or whatever. So I picked that in the beginning. That's what he had me do. So I picked Alex Brown and Jen Richards or medical, whatever. And he looked at it, and I'm like, I look at Jen Richards' page, like nothing on it speaks medical, really from the content itself, but she crushes it. So I'm like, should I not be like niching down so much because like she doesn't like necessarily talk specifically to medical professionals in her copy and stuff. Doesn't seem like.
Yeah, I never asked her what percentage of her clients are actually medical professionals. She might have went a little bit more broad, and it's helping more than
Yeah.
just medical professionals now. I can ask her. She's still with us. Um, I can see if I can find that information for you. What do you feel like you're getting good engagement from nurses or not really?
Yeah, the people I get on calls with are nurses. Yeah, for sure.
What about
I mean, they're medical people.
on your posts?
Yeah, if we book them from organics, they are. It's just the Facebook ads are wild. They were fine, and then I don't know what happens if I get a few weirdos, and then the algorithm just starts sending it to all those people at once, and then it just floods the inbox with that or what. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to do the funny play, it could be beyond fitness too. Like you can just do, obviously you were a nurse, right? So you can relate
yeah,
with some shit that they go through. So you could do some funny reels just about like their day to day. That will probably get a lot of attention in like the nursing space. But I wouldn't just keep it only nursing content, right? You want to talk about shit you care about too. Like I don't
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about just business on mine. The
yeah,
other, I'd
yeah,
say my other like side thing that I talk about is like personal development, but that's because I care about it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that stuff. All right, I think I'm gonna double down on the number one first, then, and get more, just pop more content out, basically, on more platforms. This is the main thing I think you're saying.
Yep, 100%.